Florida football, the very best. Week 7, more action. Highlights from around the state, Central Florida, South Florida, Tampa Bay, and Jacksonville. This is Football Hotbed. It's a hotbed world. You'll see why next. Welcome to the FootballHotbed.com Florida High School Football Report presented by Honda. I'm Brandon O'Doy. Again, another great week of Florida High School football. We're here in Davie, Florida. University School taking on American Heritage Delray. That's game of the week, but right now, it's time to jump right into the highlights. Let's take a look around Florida. Let's get started with Lakeland hosting George Jenkins. Running back DeMarcus Bowman, he's going to take this one down the sideline, breaking free for a big touchdown run to get Lakeland started in this one. And then Bowman again will cap it all the way off. Lakeland 42-0 winners over George Jenkins. Bishop Verot taking on Cypress Lake, and that's running back Jocelyn Mira who gets the touchdown score. Cypress Lake QB CJ Sheds, he's going to connect with Kelsey Demps on the screen pass. Demps would take that 80 yards for a touchdown. And this would go back and forth, but in the end, it was too much. Bishop Verot. Shed is picked off here by Derek Erickson. Going to take it 45 yards, and Bishop Verot would get the 33-20 win over Cypress Lake. Let's head now to Apopka, where Mandarin was visiting, and that's Carson Beck to Demario Douglas for the 51-yard TD strike. Apopka try to stay in this ball game. They fake the run there. Jackson Darlington pulls it. It hits Fred Young, who goes 80 yards for a touchdown. But Mandarin's defense was the story in this game. They held Apopka to half their rushing yardage average on the season. And then it was Beck hitting Tyrell Jennings on the wheel route for a 15-yard touchdown and a nice finish there, diving into the end zone. And Mandarin was just too much for Apopka. 21-7, the upset win. Checking out the scores around Florida, Range 21-14 winners over Sandalwood, improving to 5-1. Trinity Christian gets past Oakleaf after a scare early. Marcus Crowley, 295 yards rushing and 2 TDs. And Lee over Revolt, 34-12. Cameron Sapp, 2 TDs and 81 yards rushing for the quarterback. Now it's time for the Eye on Tampa, presented by Honda. Plant visiting Wharton, and that's Leonard Parker on the punt return for Plant. He would march 52 yards in for a punt return touchdown, and Plant would roll. Tucker Gleason, the dual threat junior quarterback, he would add a touchdown of his own, and Plant totally dominates Wharton 41-0. Let's head out to Tampa Bay Tech versus East Bay. East Bay's Trey Everett takes the handoff and goes 43 yards for the touchdown. Tech would get back on the board. Jalen Faison, the quarterback, he's going to fake the handoff here. He's going to dive into the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown. And this would be back and forth, but Tech would ice it as the quarterback from East Bay is picked off. 21-14, Tech wins. Plant City now, where Plant City taking on Armwood, trying to remain undefeated. Braxton Punk there hitting Daquan Myers, who shakes off his man and gets in for the score. Quarterback Cameron Ransom for Armwood, he would make the pass to Miles Forte for a 10-yard touchdown, and then Ransom again would go deep to Jai Hall, the wonderful sophomore wide receiver. That would set up another touchdown for Armwood. Ransom again hitting Hall for a touchdown. Braxton Plunk, though, he wasn't giving up. He would hit Daquan Myers, who takes it 65 yards for the score, and this game would be back and forth. But in the end, too much Cameron Ransom, too much Armwood Hawks. That nice leap there. Armwood 44-24 winners over Plant City. Take a look at the scores. Venice 58-6 winners over Chaminade Catholic. Brandon Gregory 14 carries, 143 yards for Venice. Columbus comes to Lake Gibson. The Explorers walk away with a 42-7 victory. They had 36 first half points. Fort Myers all over Pasco 38-0 to improve to 6-1 on the season. It's still ahead on the Florida High School Football Report. We've got Game of the Week right here at Davie, Florida. University School taking on American Heritage Delray. But first, we'll go to Ione, South Florida when we return on the footballhotbed.com Florida High School Football Report presented by Honda. Welcome back to footballhotbed.com Florida High School Football Report presented by Honda. Hey, we've got some exciting things taking place in South Florida. Teams are shaping up. Let's get straight to the highlights. Ione, South Florida. Let's take it away. Let's go out to American Heritage Plantation. Edwin Rose, the junior quarterback, taking on Stranahan. He'd sneak in here for a touchdown run. And Edwin Rhodes, who's leading this nationally ranked team, quickly becoming a dual threat quarterback, 39-6 Heritage over Stranahan. Let's go to Deerfield Beach now, where the powers of Broward County, St. Thomas and Deerfield Beach, that's Xavier Restrepo for the Raiders, to Marcus Rosemy, touchdown St. Thomas Aquinas. They would get in on the first play of the game in Deerfield. Tons of mistakes on the night. Watch this errant punt snap picked up by Anthony Solomon for the touchdown. Solomon wasn't done. That would be one of two defensive touchdowns on the night for him. The future Miami Hurricane strips Deron King, says, "Give me that." Gets in for the score. St. Thomas would roll in the shocker, 38-6 over Deerfield Beach. Look at the South Florida scoreboard. Dwyer, big winners over Wellington. Gio Richardson, 5 for 11 for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. Miami Christian took care of Westminster. They sit atop Region 4 2A football. And Plantation, 21-16 winners over Everglades, who put up a big fight, but Plantation stays undefeated.
South Florida high school football is losing one of the greats in the sport. Coach Joe Zacchio of Monsignor Pace High School in Miami is deciding to step down as football coach.
Yeah, I can't speak for other coaches, but I'm one of those idiots that can't do anything half. I'm all in or I'm out. And, during that course of time, not just high school, but Optimus, I stole a lot from my family.
In 1996, Coach Zach took over a 3-7 team from the previous year and established a decade of dominance for Pace football. For Coach Zacchio, building lives started at the youth football level. It was there that he began to guide young athletes, many of whom are from underprivileged neighborhoods.
North Bay Optimus was like a godfather out there to us.
I count my success in the success of the young men that we worked with over the years. In terms of what kind of a dad have they become, what kind of a business person are they interacting with the community in a positive way.
Coach Zach's retirement is bittersweet for most, as now he can spend more time with his family and make up for lost time.
And move on to the next chapter of his life. Also surprised because I didn't think it would happen. I think he would be doing this until he couldn't anymore. So.
Coach Zach's legacy will live forever with Pace football and South Florida. The foundation he set will keep pace with the competition every year. I'm Marcus Benjamin for footballhotbed.com in Miami.
Thanks, Marcus. Coach Zacchio's legacy is truly legendary, and we're looking forward to who comes and takes over at Pace. But right now, we're getting ready for Game of the Week. Those highlights are to come, as well as top plays and turn on the tape. But next, Ione Central Florida when we return on the footballhotbed.com Florida High School Football Report presented by Honda. Welcome back to the footballhotbed.com Florida High School Football Report. We've got an exciting game taking place here. Game of the week, University School taking on American Heritage Delray. We'll get to those highlights later on, but right now it's time to take a look at Central Florida. Ione Central Florida, presented by Orlando Health. Let's go to the tape. One loss, Rockledge hosting Superior Collegiate. They were undefeated up to this point, but not for long. Andrew Small spinning out of tackles, getting downfield, and I now pronounce you very fast. Touchdown, Rockledge. The other Rockledge running back, Jalen Mitchell, the star, says you got to get yours, but man, I got to get mine. Stiff arming his way all the way to the end zone. Rockledge running away 55-0. Let's go to Tampa. Jesuit hosting Kissimmee Osceola. First half action, Dane Belton takes the punt return, and he sends it back 42 yards for a touchdown. Jesuit up. Osceola having some punt muffing issues, and that would lead to a Jesuit score. Larry Hodges, and check out Osceola now trying to get back into this one. Dwayne McGee, he's going to break tackles on the way to a 66-yard touchdown for the Tigers. But Osceola making too many mistakes, a fumble here, and it's going to be recovered by Zachary Marr. 15 yards later, Jesuit will win 21-7. All right, Central Florida scoreboard. Jones getting past West Orange, 41-31. Jones' only loss of the season to Wekiva in week 1. Wekiva took care of business against Dr. Phillips after West Orange upset them last week, 34-0. Defending 8A state champs, 5th loss of the season, and Edgewater takes full control and full care of Lake Howell, 56-0 to improve to 6-0. All right, and still ahead, the moment we've been waiting for, game of the week right here, Auto Nation Field in Davie, Florida. University School taking on American Heritage. Game of the week is next when we return on the FootballHotbed.com Florida High School Football Report.
Come on, Heritage!
Welcome back to FootballHotbed.com, the Florida High School Football Report, presented by Honda. It's now time for Game of the Week. We're here at University School in Davie, Florida. They take on American Heritage of Delray. These two programs are very talented, undefeated coming into this game. University School is a program that started only a few short years ago, and in that time, they've managed to win a state championship. They lost a lot. They had to rebuild. Coach Daniel Luque has successfully done that. And on the other side, the American Heritage Delray team has won state championships before, and they've been to several. It's one of those situations where it's a matchup of two smaller schools, but who have excellent resumes. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go right out to the highlights. Here is Game of the Week. Game of the Week, Davie, Florida. University School taking on Heritage Delray. Palm Beach meets Broward County. Breast cancer awareness, the pink is out. And so are the bombs. Nick Vadiato to Christian Wells, touchdown. After the safety, University would go up early 9-0 in this game, and Vadiato wasn't done. Nice pass there to Xavier Flowers. 15-0 at the half. We talked to both coaches.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yes, sir. You know, we try to be a fourth quarter team. We can get it to the fourth, give us a chance. We feel pretty good about it. But we got to start moving the football, start controlling the clock and getting some first downs.
Body language. Don't be complacent. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and block until you hear the whistle blow, and let's make some plays.
All right, second half action now, and Vadiato would hand off to University's Kenny McIntosh, and Kenny McIntosh would take it in for the score, 78 yards on the touchdown run. He's the big star on this University Sharks team, and he would get in for a score. Third and Conserve would get in for Heritage Delray to put them on the board. 22-6 game now, and then Vadiato having a wonderful night to Joshua Sangetti, the 4-star wide receiver and defensive back, and Frederick Cage would get in for Heritage Delray, but it just wouldn't be enough. This was McIntosh and Vadiato on the night. He would get in again here, and then Vadiato going back to Sangetti. Hey, touchdown, his second of the game, and it would finish off on a defensive touchdown by Xavier Flowers. He's gonna intercept Bohannon's pass taken back to the crib. U-School rolls blowout fashion 50-14 over Heritage Delray, and they're taking out the turnover chain in Davie.
For giving us a little bit of work, but ever since then, our team is playing at a high level, and we're going to continue to roll that wave.
All right, congratulations, impressive win on tonight, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way. Give me your MVP for tonight's game.
Hey, 5 touchdown passes. Nick Vadiato, Nicky V, where you at, dog?
We didn't think we had to prove anything. We knew what we could do coming into the game, and we knew that if we executed, everybody did their part, O-line, defense, running backs, receivers, that we were going to come out, and the results showed 50-14. That's what we try to do every game. 6 games in a row with a running clock, and we're going to keep it going.
Okay, it's the moment you've been waiting for. All across the state of Florida, great plays are made every week, and you vote for them on our social media. If not, follow us on footballhotbed.com and submit your plays for next week. But right now, it's Week 7's top plays of the week, including our #1 play, the Jackpot Play of the Week. Let's go to the tape. Top plays, number 5, Jackson Darlington to his tight end, Fred Young. Apopka runs the ball 90% of the time, not that time, touchdown. They would fall, however, to Mandarin in a disappointing loss. Number 4, Everglades taking on Plantation in the white here. And Plantation seems to have this thing pretty well blocked, and then explosion. It's a hotbed world, and I'm just living in it. He gets the touchdown kickoff return. Plantation would stay undefeated, and they move to 6-0. Osceola now taking on Jesuit. Nice lick there by Jesuit, but he takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Osceola's running back gets in for the score. Wouldn't be enough, they would fall to Jesuit. Jesuit having a wonderful season. Let's go to Deerfield Beach. St. Thomas Aquinas, that's Anthony Solomon, strip sacking Deron King and then getting in for a score in the same game here. Number 1, a Jackpot Play of the Week. Xavier Restrepo takes the ball as he's going to run the end of the round, passes, leaning back, hits Marcus Roseme, and he gets in diving for the score. And that is the Jackpot Play of the Week. Take another look as we let you know about the great grades you make. If you do that, you can hit the jackpot. Did you know the Florida Lottery has contributed more than $5 billion to send 750,000 of students to college? Florida Lottery puts the spotlight on education to help students shine. That's all the time we have for the footballhotbed.com Florida High School Football Report for Week 7. Stay tuned to footballhotbed.com for more highlights, stories, and social media. Follow us on footballhotbed.com. For now, I'm Brandon O'Doy signing off at Davie, Florida, AutoNation Field. It's a hotbed world. We'll see you next week.